welcome to my channel Mashi Edu. My name is Mashira Ramlan, and today we're going to be reviewing an article called Measuring Mathematical Identity in Lower Secondary School. So this article was published last year in year 2020 in the International Journal of Educational Research. So let's get into it. Well, the reason why I chose this particular study to talk about today is because I feel like mathematics in general is too focused on the numerical and also the quantitative aspects of a student, but not really very much into the qualitative side, for example, the theoretical behind it, and to what exactly the characteristics and also the identity that define a student that can actually help them scoring in mathematics or be very strong in mathematics. This study was conducted by a Norwegian researcher in a lower secondary school in Norway. The students that participated in this study was 332 students. Actually, there are not many instruments out there that measure the mathematical identity of students. Most of the instruments that is available out there is actually for higher education level, for example, university and college, but not many is being applied to the lower secondary or secondary school in general. So this study particularly was interested in comparing the mathematical identity from a university student and compare it with the mathematical identity of lower secondary students. Well, as you can see next to me, this is a figure of the characteristic that was measured on university student by the previous researchers. So this particular researcher in this study would like to take the characteristic and measure it upon the lower secondary students. So some of the characteristics that you can see in this graph, maybe it's too small for you to see, so let me just tell you a few of the characteristics that was stated here. So one of it is to take time to find better methods, to take initiative to learn more, self-reflection when methods are not working, struggle with putting problem aside, derives formula, doesn't like to be told what to do, new ideas leads to different train of thoughts, and likes to discuss maths, visualize the problem, can explain why certain answers are correct or incorrect. They can also connect new and existing knowledge, and finally, they never give up, they keep on trying. So these are some of the characteristics that this researcher would like to measure on the lower secondary students and compare it whether it is the same as the university students. So based on my common sense and also the general knowledge that I had prior to reading this study is that a person's characteristics should change, and it will vary through different contexts, and it will develop through different time depending on the variables. However, based on this study, the result shows that there is very little difference between the mathematical identity of a lower secondary students to the mathematical identity of a university students. So this is to say that if a student is very strong in maths, basically they carry the same characteristic, which is they often make maths problem for themselves, they often like maths discussion, they often take the initiative to learn more than what they are being taught in school, and also they perceive maths as something that is not a school subject. They perceive maths as a challenge. So it is quite interesting to see that the lower secondary students and also the students in the higher education level, they actually carry the same characteristic in maths, and that defines the mathematical identity of the person, not really depending on the score that they carry. They could have the same they could have the same mathematical identity, but their score might be different. They can carry the same spirit, they can carry the same passion that they had, but maybe their score will be different depending on other variables that is being cast upon them. So it is quite an interesting discovery, and I feel like I learned something new based on this article. Thank you everyone for watching. I will leave the link to this article in the description box down below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Mashi Edu. I will see you soon in the next video. Stay tuned and bye!